So how much higher can this market go? Well, let's get into it today. Markets here up about 75 basis points here on the spiders here. So a good rally for the day. It is Tuesday, April 29th. Again, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. It really helps the channel out. Again, thanks for getting me to 5,000 subscribers and 1,000,000 views. Really appreciate it, and love doing this for you guys every day. Also, come find me on carnivoretrades.com for swing trading alerts, analysis, and live day trading. Actually, 3 winners today in the swing trade service, and we're on a nice little streak here. Also holding several runners with the day trading room, and I think we're in the money about 300-400 points now on NQ, and a good chunk on ES too. I think about 30 points there. So nice stuff here, and again, just keep letting this, letting them take this up here until it stops, and that's really the name of the game. Why did I say yesterday that the pain trade would be higher? Again, I just see this mentality right now of we need to pull back, right? And not just from bears. I mean from like people who I regard as like bulls, even perma bulls. Are looking, oh, we need to pull back, we need to pull back, we need to pull back. And I think that we're in this situation where everybody wants that dip so that they can get this relief leg, that second part of this relief leg, and a lot of the time what happens is that it just doesn't give it to you, because the pain is higher, right? Bears want to dip because they want their shorts to pay out, and bulls want to dip to buy, and so you get neither, right? And so that's why I was saying yesterday that I think pain would be higher, and that obviously has been the case today. We got above this key level. I talked about that this morning with members and on Twitter. I said 55.70, that area. If we could get above that, we should break higher, and obviously we did do that as we are up intraday here. Not crazy, but we are flagging here above the prior resistance. We have now filled the futures gap right here. You can see at 55.82, I think. Sorry, 55.84.50. So that has filled. I still think, I mean, you guys are probably going to laugh, but I still think we can go up again tomorrow. We got end of month, and we're going to have some markup, possibly some chasing, possibly some markup into the mutual funds. QQQ here is green on the month. I know it's hard to believe, but it is green on the month, and it's decently green. I think they're up like 7-8 points. So it is decently green. Spiders are flat, I believe. Yep, so that was the 28th, that's the 31st. So yeah, I mean, a close at 560 tomorrow could potentially get you there. So it's not out of the question. In fact, if we want to take a look here, I think I have tomorrow's look up. This is for today. Tomorrow should come up in a second here. But yeah, you can see, 560, and there, it's positive delta, and they're actually, believe it or not, these are short puts too. At 570, I don't think it's going to actually get up there, but you never know. I mean, Trump's been talking about the India deal. I mean, that would be quite a move. I don't imagine we're going to get that high, but I definitely think 560 is doable. Maybe even, maybe 565 if we get news or something like that. And I do think we will at some point retest this trend line here on the spiders. And you can see ES here right in that same area. You got the 50 MA and that trend line there. So again, these are kind of targets that I'm looking at, and if it stops before then and we reverses, we'll just pivot from there. But right now, no need to really fight the tape and try to front run any selling. I think it'll be pretty obvious if and when it happens. Also, just be aware too that you can have at this point, it's going to feel like, if we have a red day, it's going to feel like a massive reversal. And there's nothing saying we can't have a higher low too. So don't fall in love with these thoughts. But good move here, and we'll just continue to take it one step at a time. S&P here, yep. So 5600, 5613 is the 50 MA. You have the official gap fill up at 5675 area. We've also talked about. You got that. We can see the trend line there. We've also talked about the 618 being at 5650. Where's my fib tool? There we go. 5650. Right. And there's another possible mathematical move we could be looking at as well. I know some people aren't going to want to see this, but kind of data, it's a fact, so you should probably consider it. But if we just line this up and duplicate it, you can just, this, and this are all the same exact distance. So, I mean, you could have a move up to 57.50 potentially. Again, that doesn't mean that we go up there tomorrow, but you know, maybe it comes like this and then goes back up. I mean, since everybody keeps telling me it's the 2022 analog, which I don't believe it is, but since everybody keeps telling me that, and members know which analog I'm looking at, or a fractal I'm looking at, but you can have, you know, a 1 or 2 pullback day and then have a secondary move up across these pivots here, right? Typically bear market rallies, if this is a bear market, they go a lot higher than people expect. It's another reason why I've been saying pain is higher. So just some things to consider here. I'm not saying we can't go down or the high can't be, who knows, the high could be in right now, but this is why these things happen. Again, daily, you know, RSI, we're not even really, it doesn't have to be overbought the top, but I'm just saying it's at 54. That's normal. So anyway, just some things to consider. QQQ here up 61 basis points. I think they can get to 480. We got the IWM here. Looks like we're going to finally get a close above 195. So that is a good move there for the Russell. And yeah, I think 200 is a good spot for that. You got the 50 MA there as well. Dow up nicely today as well. Semiconductors were strong. Nice pattern here. It is backing off a little bit as we get close to the end of the day, but good pattern here. Intraday, and you know, no real problems here. IGV, unsurprisingly, is strong as well. 96 should be some good resistance there. So I don't think we're going to get too much past that. I'd be surprised if we close the week above that this week. We got the transports here still just coiled up. I mean, this is really tight. And you got that nice inside bar to work off of. UPS went all over that. This is actually, I think the reason this didn't blow up, this is still in negative gamma until the end of the week. So this might actually hold off until the end of the week. I think it can try to move higher next week, though. But I like this level here on UPS. This is a big time level here. It took it, you know, I mean, from 05 to 2020 to really clear this level. So I like things that took 15 years to break and then they get retested for the first time in 5 years. It's usually pretty good. Full disclosure, I don't own it. I might, though. We'll see. Just throwing that out there. Transports here holding up. Bonds up again. 2s, 10s, and 30s. So again, you can talk about the macro all day long, but when you're in a dealer-dominated market, it's not going to matter. And I know people don't believe me when I say this, but you got proof right here. And TLT just going to $90 like we predicted. And that has nothing to do with macro and China selling and this, that, and the other thing. Clearly is not having any influence on that right now. So we've had our $90 target. We could go to 91, and I think 96 is a bit of an outlier. That'd have to be a collapse on non-farm payroll. This is for this Friday, by the way. But I can see 92. I can see 92. We'd have to have an absolute collapse on non-farm payroll to get to 96. That's just a right tail hedge. But 91, 92 is definitely doable. But anyway, XHB here up 16 cents. This has actually got an odd pattern. So you have a reversal, but then you have an inside bar there. So yeah, I'd give that the upside bias to 97 here. See if it can move tomorrow. We got ADP jobs tomorrow, by the way. Snapchat earnings after the close, and then bigger, much more important earnings after that. VNQ here, again, holding up. I'm going to give that the upside bias to 89.25 to 50. Banks held up today. I think Wells announced a buyback. Yep, they announced a buyback. So yeah, that got a big pop there around 10:30, and that helped push the Russell back to positive territory this morning. XLF holding up. There's KRE, KBE. Those are nice and tight there as well. Broker dealers, another green day. Oil finally did trend. We knew this was ready to move, but it is trending down. I don't think it makes new lows here, but definitely not the greatest. Tomorrow, if you're a bull, you want to see some sort of a tail like this. That would be a good look. I think I just don't see us making new lows here, to be honest. But we'll see. XLE held up all right, despite oil being down as much as it was. XOP here, nice island. I'm watching this, and then OIH here, essentially the same thing. Nat gas backing off a little bit after being up a lot earlier, so it's still holding that $3 handle. And we have the dollar got a little dead cat bounce here. That still needs to clear 100. if it really wants to get going. We got gold backing off, backing off here. Again, buyers keep coming up at 33 on the futures. I think this is going to be rolling pretty soon. I think this week, if I'm not mistaken. But it did back off towards the end of the day. In fact, actually, silver is backing off quite a bit right now. But it still has a decent pattern here. A nice up move in sidebar. And then we got platinum. Nothing going on there. Palladium, same thing. I don't really care for either of those right now. Copper trying to digest this big up move here too. So no changes on that front. And then we got Bitcoin here holding up all right. Again, this continues to lead. And yeah, so there's really no problems with it. It's, you know, trend is back up on the daily. You know, you're above the moving averages. Weekly, you're back above all the moving averages. So still no problems here with that. Still a lot of resistance here. I think it needs to do more consolidation. But, all right, anyway, spiders, you know, held up pretty well. Looks like we'll back off a little bit here towards the end of the day. But, you know, right now above 55.70 is kind of that big line in the sand. We're trying to consolidate above that. I think we can, you know, maybe have one more update here, or maybe some end of month markup. And then I think we got to start doing some backing and filling. But right now, this is still kind of a big macro target. We got a lot of macro targets I think that needed to be satisfied. And again, just if we have a red day, we've been up several days in a row. If we have a red day that's outside, it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to collapse. We could just do this and then go right back. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. We do have gaps down here to fill. And again, like I said last week, when everybody wanted to be short right here, I said, oh no, I think we might go up first. Again, the market likes to go, you know, it'll go where you want it to go, but it's gonna make you pay first. Usually that's how it works, and that's kind of what kept us on the right side of the trade here. And I actually tweeted about this also, if you're still watching. The rise in popularity of traditional technical analysis has become such a good fade over the years, and this is kind of an example of that. So anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up here. Again, you guys take care. Don't forget to come find me on carnivoretrades.com. I will see you guys all tomorrow.